Billboards with inscriptions opposing the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill, also known as the Anti-LGBTQI Bill, have been erected across Ghana's capital, Accra. These billboards, mounted by the Human Rights Coalition, a group staunchly resisting the legislation, signals renewed efforts to challenge the bill. Although the bill expired with the 8th Parliament, its proponents have announced plans to reintroduce it in its current form in the upcoming 9th Parliament. The move comes despite former President Mahama's and now current President Mahama's suggestion for its reintroduction as a government-sponsored bill. ChannelOne News' Adjoa Tinkrama Domina has more.
If you have moved across Ghana's capital, Accra, in the last couple of weeks, you may have sighted one of these billboards at various parts of the capital. Now, this right here behind me, at a first glance, may look as if it's an advocacy for media freedom. But a closer look at this appears or shows that this is a push by persons who are against the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill and trying to pinpoint aspects of the bill which are likely to curtail in their own understanding freedom and certain rights that citizens enjoy. But this is not the only place this billboard is sited in the capital. We are here at the Accra Mall stretch of the Accra-Tema motorway, and behind me you see another billboard sited here or mounted here, only with a different format. So instead of seeing an individual holding a placard that spells out the clauses in the bill which attract certain punishments, on this billboard you only see two sentences. Number one is hashtag read the bill. Number two is hashtag ego rich we all. In essence, trying to portray that the bill in its current state or the bill in its previous state, if allowed to go through, is going to affect not just the LGBTQ plus community, but a lot more people. Now here on the Spintex Road, just towards the Flower Pot interchange, you can see behind me another one of these billboards mounted. On top of it, you see offense boldly written on it, and they have the offense quoted, "I did not report my Kojo Besia son." And the clause 3 of the bill says prohibition against subverting family values, and a sentenced people will be subjected to 4 months imprisonment. And under the quote, you see hashtag read the bill, hashtag ego rich we all.
Kofi, not his real name, a Ghanaian currently seeking asylum in the United States, recounts how the bill and its provisions put his life in danger, ultimately forcing him to flee. He narrates an incident involving an assault on another bisexual individual, which has left him permanently scarred.
I personally witnessed someone being killed for being gay. A traumatic event that underscored the extreme danger I face. I was targeted by those responsible and narrowly escaped, which is why I seek protection in the United States. One thing that still recalls me in this incident is my numbness to my right side of the body. You understand, when I had this, whenever I feel this numbness, I still recall everything, what happened, whatever happened, I still recall.
For the Center for Democratic Development, CDD Ghana, the bill's provisions clearly violate sections of the 1992 Constitution. They warn that if passed, more people could face similar persecution.
We need to really pay attention to what is in the bill. I think a lot of the time I get called in for interviews, and even the people interviewing me have not even read the bill. So I think that maybe it's incumbent on all of us to see what the content in the bill is, to see how it addresses, how it has implicit impact on almost every Ghanaian, not just LGBT persons. That bill might say it's an LGBT bill, but that bill has a latency to affect all of us. I mean, in the bill, you have the indecent dressing clauses. You have the duty to report clauses. And these are clauses that do not even have nothing to do with LGBT persons. It has to do with ordinary Ghanaians.
The controversial bill, sponsored by some members of parliament, faced legal challenges over its constitutionality. While the Supreme Court's December 18th ruling cleared the way for its passage, President Nana Akufo-Addo left office without signing it into law. With the bill now expired in the 8th Parliament, proponents are determined to push for its reintroduction in the 9th Parliament.
There were some legal setbacks that, confronted the assenting. Be that as it may, a new Parliament has come. Nothing stops us from reintroducing the same bill, because we've gone through the process of consultation, of considerations, and we've passed it, we've fine-tuned it from the state that we first initiated till the final refined state that it passed. So that bill is available. I've served notice that I'm together with my colleagues, co-sponsors, we are going to reintroduce that bill. So in the next few weeks, that bill will be introduced by way of private members' bill, in line with the provisions of our standing orders.
However, Michael Akabo, Senior Programs Officer at CDD Ghana and a member of the Human Rights Coalition, opposes the bill's return.
I don't believe the bill should in any way be introduced in the first place. If it gets introduced to the private members' bill, as was in the last Parliament, we will still go to court to seek for nullification of it, as we had sought in the previous Parliament.
What do ordinary Ghanaians think about the future of this controversial legislation and its possible reintroduction?
There are many people who are raising concern on that. It's the rights abuse. People are having their right, we are abusing it and stuff, but that is not the issue. If we have to leave everyone to do whatever they wish to do, it might cause a crisis. And for God's sake, for God and man, you don't breach the law of God, because we have carnal law. In terms of creation, there is male and female. So that's my perspective.
Nyami abo obani bema so mwaro mu nyese bema ni bema be wari ana obani oba be wari enti se mu shemra pa se enti yasa nyama.
People are expecting that this 9th Parliament will put into practice what they have promised to ensure the legislation of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. But we wait to see how it will unfold, including whether or not the President will assent to the bill. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Ajuatin Krama Domina.